Your wedding day, the day you've dreamed of your whole entire life. Well, today, it's here in BLOXBURG. That's right, guys. In this video, I'm going to be building a wedding venue. So unless you're blind, you might have noticed this big mansion behind me. The theme of my wedding venue is going to be royalty. You are going to be the queen for a day.
Here comes the bride, holding a knife.
We're going to have a river running down the side. We're going to have horse racing on this side. And then out the front, we're going to have all of the tables. So we'll name the plot.
You look perfect tonight.
Because I swear that's what everyone plays at their wedding, right?
So first things first, this is my inspo pick for the wedding manor. I think we should make it all concrete because, you know, back in the day, all mansions, they were made out of concrete and bricks, right? And honestly, this BLOXBURG update has been the most unhinged update I've ever seen. They added voice chat, but then they also added movie theater items, but then they just randomly added wedding items. They really said rogue update. This manor house, by the way, is not going to be your typical mansion. It's going to be specially tailored for a wedding. So there's going to be mostly bedrooms, maybe a nice dining hall, and then a lounge area. And there we go. The stone palace is built. Right now, this just looks like a big pile of rocks. Like some medieval giants are playing sand castles. So it wouldn't be much of a bright wedding day if there wasn't even windows in the house. And if you don't know a lot about weddings, most people hire wedding venues for their big day. And a very popular one is manor houses because people like that old-timey vibe. And we are going to have two types of windows, a thin one and a fat one. I got the music in me, baby, tell me what. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I ain't no wedding expert. I've only been to one wedding in my life, and I was about 10. But honestly, it was a blast. They didn't have horse racing, not going to lie there. But I also thought that's another random part of the update. They added a horse obstacle course. Now, we have a couple of options for the sides. We could either do big, grand pillars like that, or we could mix in some of those wall decorations, which I never remember what they're called. What the hell are you called? These corner details. Well, I mean, I guess we could just use both. And it wouldn't be a manor house without these gorgeous tilings at the top. And I'm sort of torn for what to put here. We need a statue or a figurine of some kind. I think what we're genuinely gonna have to do, guys, is back in the day, basically, when I used to build castles, I used to put shelves and then I'd just add really fancy things onto the shelf. And if all else fails, some vases. There we go. I don't think that looks too bad at all. So let's just go add all the windows on the back since this is a 360 build, because sadly, it is not an interior only build today. Look how expensive these windows are.
30,000.
And I know what you're thinking, Reese's, are you just leaving this tunnel so you can drive a horse and cart through the middle of the manor? No, I sadly did not think of that. This is actually just meant to be a really grand entryway made of all concrete. And there we have it, guys. That is the manor exterior done. I love how this is building a wedding venue and we literally haven't used one of the new items yet. So next up, let's do the front garden. This is where we're going to be using all of the new tables and chairs. I mean, look at them. Look, it's called an event table, but this is a wedding table, isn't it? We've also got the fancy floral arrangement and the elegant event chairs. Oh my God! I didn't know this table was an 8-seater. No, this is magical. I've been waiting for an 8-seater chair for the longest time, but I don't know what chairs we should use. Maybe we could have a match of both, to be fair, but these ones definitely will look better for the inside. And then, of course, we're going to need to be using some of the podiums and stuff for the actual ceremony. And I personally think the ceremony out the front would be so perfect. So in order to get this even, we're going to have to make a X in the middle. If you're ever trying to find the center of an area, just build a giant X, and this line here will be the middle. It kind of looks like a giant asterisk. How do you say that? Asterisk. And how expensive this is going to be? My bet's 2,000. 10 grand! What? This video, good thing we started with $1 million. And wow, they really do just look like wheels from above, don't they? But there we go, right? I think I've added so many tables. I don't actually know if there's room for the ceremony now. I guess there is. We'll just have to have it right outside the front door. So also at weddings, again, I've only been to one. There's normally a nice long red carpet for the bride.
Here comes the bride.
Oh, this is amazing. And I think we're actually gonna have to use an old item, a balloon arch here, because they didn't actually add a wedding arch. So, well, what the hell, BLOXBURG? Everyone's been asking for a wedding arch, totally. And should we be really extra and give them like thrones to sit on afterwards? So as for the floor, we're gonna make it all striped grass. I mean, I don't know if this is the best idea for tables because they'll probably be all lopsided and wonky.
How can I help you?
On either side of the manor house, we'll add pathways. I think we should actually make them too wide, because who can fit on a 1 block in 2024? I certainly can't. All the cakes I've been eating. And also, look at my wedding dress. You expect me to fit on 1 block? Absolutely not. We need some greenery out here. What is the point in hiring a wedding venue like this? Probably cost you about £1 million if we're not even going to have good gardening. So, of course, we're going to be using the small hedge because it's all perfectly smoothed off at the top. And I'm only going to do it on this side, and then we'll go and copy and paste it over to that side in a minute. So, I already know I want the poo tree. I want the poo tree. Give it to me. And just imagine the cinematic shots you could get here, guys. This looks unbelievably good. I feel like that is tooting my own horn a little bit too much, but it does. Like, I literally want to get married here. Actually, I want this to be my house. Also, I wanted to try adding string lights. Now, before you all shout at me saying this is going to ruin it, let's at least try it, okay? I'm sorry if you're a string light hater. I need all the string light lovers to be on my side here. Doesn't that look cute? And there we go. That is now the front of the wedding venue. So if you're wondering what we have left to do, we have the river to do. I was thinking we could have a gorgeous, cute boat ride going on over there, the horse races to do, the amazing back garden, and obviously the inside of the house. So I think we should do a little bit of the house now because I know we're all eager to go inside. And this is probably going to be the most expensive house I've actually ever built. I'm scared for my bank account. We have nice big French doors going in here, and I bet, yes, it's going to be pitch black. But never fear, because we're going to have an actual chandelier. As for the inside, I think it just makes sense to have a gigantic grand entryway. We'll have the living room on this side, and we'll have the dining room on this side. And this can just have the gigantic staircase. And lots of you guys have been commenting on the pine cone planks lately, saying that you really like them. So I'm going to make sure to continue using them. And what? There's a stage lift. This would have been so handy to know when I was building my theatre the other day. But no, I think this part here is perfect for a staircase. Oh, maybe not so perfect now. You know, speaking of lifts, maybe we'll just have to add an elegant elevator here. Maybe that is the only way up. Literally, the only way. And how I've structured it, we have 6 guest bedrooms, and then this bedroom over here is going to be the master bedroom for obviously whoever's wedding it is. And if you're wondering, this is the 3rd floor, this is the 2nd floor, and this is the 1st floor. And there we have it. That is now the base of the manor house inn. So we're gonna do the dining room first, and do you wanna know why? Because it's going to be easy as hell, because all it's going to involve is these gorgeous tables. And again, I cannot pick which one I like better, so we're just gonna have to go for both, to be honest. And then we're gonna mix that with some dark green tiles. Oh la la. I don't know about you, but this is giving gothic mansion. And speaking of gothicness, shall we add some candelabras? Not in our emo era,
because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Why are we adding all of this gothic stuff? But honestly, gothic is a vibe. Like, don't shade me, okay? They're gorgeous. I think I might even make the normal lights black as well. As for the decor on the side, we're mainly going to be using dressers and console tables. And the funnest thing about building ultra fancy houses like this is that you just get to use the most amazing furniture, like sculptures. So at the end here, maybe we could have another table with this vintage gramophone for the music. The possibilities are literally endless until they end, because we've done everything now. What a perfect little dining room. I think since we just used green, we could switch it up to blue maybe in the hallways. And as we make our way up to the very top floor, I actually left this open for a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the
Because, you know, everything happens for a reason. We are going to be deleting this window and actually putting a door here, because I thought, how cute could the wedding pictures be from on the balcony up here? I mean, imagine you're like getting your wedding pictures done and you fall off. No, that'd be the scariest thing ever. I forget that with these staircase, you sort of have to match it, otherwise it looks disgraceful. And I love how we can look all the way down here. That is honestly magical. So we can have a massive chandelier then, can't we? $15,000 chandelier over here. Now we have got to remember that we've actually got a glass elevator. So I think what could be cool is maybe adding 2 windows here. So it's like you're looking through windows, looking through windows. And with that in, we can now just add the rest of the silly things like the doors, etc. And I've decided that right here it needs to go like a massive painting, even bigger than that. But yeah, I'm just finishing up here. Basically, I've just added exactly what you'd expect me to add. But there we go. That is the 3-story entry of the manor. So all that's left to do in here is the little sitting room and then the bedrooms. But I'm a little bit mannered out at the moment, so I think we should go and do the river. Let's do the river. I think using the minor stone walls are going to be perfect here. And we'll just make them concrete like we had before. Now, if you're thinking, oh, look, you planned this river out to a T, didn't you? You made it all perfect. No, I literally just scribbled some fences on the floor and hoped for the best. And also, I've just realized Bloxburg doesn't actually have boats yet. I mean, Bloxburg, if you're listening, add boats and planes and helicopters. Imagine a helicopter flying over Bloxburg town. They would have to make that like $500,000. Anyway, I am not actually Jeff Bezos right now, so we are going to be using shallow pools in the river. And again, I also forget that you can't place pools right away, can you? So I actually have to have it start about there, and I'm going to try my best to make this not cost £1 million.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Now it's time to spend another fortune on fencing off the entire estate, and there wouldn't be much point in having all of this grassy area without filling it up with trees. And we actually have a large selection of trees in Bloxburg we often overlook. Like, I only use the same normal ones, but cypress, like we can even have, no, maybe not a palm tree in a manor house, but like the organic tree, the cherry blossom tree. We can even have one with a swing over in this meadow. And right in this part here, we're gonna have a gigantic cherry blossom tree, because in gardens, there's always that one tree that's been there for like 500 years. So just hanging out of this tree, I want to make it really special. I want us to have some geometric chandeliers that actually look like they're coming out of the tree. Don't know where it's gone. Oh, here it is. So do you know what I mean? Like, we could have them like coming out of the branches. Not gonna lie, guys, I actually feel genius doing this. And as for the picnic blanket, don't actually use the checkered blanket, guys. Just go ahead and use a plain yellow one like this.
You're basic.
And then go and use the plaid textures. That is so cute. So that's obviously for the couple. And then we can have some other ones just scattered around. So maybe friends and family can also join you, but like not right next to you. So I guess for now, until Bloxburg adds one, we're just gonna have to fill the river up with these lovely romantic lilies, which I mean, I don't mind. So just before we go inside and finish up the manor, let's go and add the gardening for the back. Now, before we add the actual gardening itself, we should probably add the pathways. So we're actually gonna switch the hedge up to be, wait, what am I even coloring them? I'm coloring the wrong hedge. And basically, we're just gonna do awesome patterns. And basically, we're just gonna do it into 4 little sectors. And why is it deleting? This is not a game of Slitherio. I'm not trying to build a... And sometimes less is more. I actually think that is super stunning. And with the big manor house in the background, this is honestly a sight to behold.
I cannot believe my eyes.
So I guess we can actually very quickly do the horse racing. Now, I have no idea if this is going to work or not, or what it will even look like. So we'll begin by edging out some pathways. And I need to stop saying edging. The brain rot has really got to me, guys.
Skibidi toilet is peak brain rot.
But I was thinking maybe we could have the horse racing just out the back here. And maybe this could be a gigantic swimming pool. To me, there's something so old money and aesthetic about a large swimming pool. Especially if we go in. And if you actually look up patio, we can mix it even with the florals and these wedding chairs. Golly, golly gosh, I was not expecting this video to be this expensive. And part of me thinks we shouldn't even wreck this with a bunch of silly pool items. Of course, we do need the ladders so you can actually get in and out of the pool. But maybe just 2 or 3 lights. That's all I think I'm going to add in here. Are you kidding me? As I was trying to explain before Bloxburg so rudely threw me to the streets, we could maybe outline this in some ornate. And let's just try, I guess, to make a horse running track. I guess we'll start on this side and then we'll go round. So we'll have a bunch of hurdles. We could even have some water that you have to jump over. And then apparently this one is meant to be simple. It doesn't look very simple to me. And then by landing on the gold square, you win, I guess. But as we head back into the manor, I have never filled a plot up this much. Maybe once or twice when I've done a water park or something. This is madness. So as for the bedrooms, I'm only going to show you doing me 1 or 2 because they're literally going to be all copy and pasted other than the master. So as far as the bedroom goes, we actually need to move the doors up. Oh goodness, I've made a bit of an oopsie daisy here. I mean, it can easily be fixed, not gonna lie. But basically, this is gonna be the master bedroom. Then we're gonna have a gigantic closet and bathroom because I thought for your wedding day, you're gonna need a massive walk-in closet. Like, let's be real. As for the bed, we'll make it huge because this is obviously your wedding night. You've got to remember that. And wedding night, they're sacred. We're not gonna go into too much detail, but you're gonna need a nice comfy bed. And notice how I'm using a comforter here. That is because if you build it on top of the comforter, then every time you copy and paste comforter, it will copy and paste the pillows with it. And on the walls, we can put the candles. Yes, so smart, having candles in a room full of wood.
But deliver us.
And I actually think I'm doing a splendid job at making this look like a venue, but it also feels like a hotel. Do you know what I mean? As for the bathroom and closet, we're gonna have it sort of joined together, and the rest is just gonna be this absolutely gorgeous gilded closet. And is it just me who can envision this being on like a TV set? I'm just for some reason getting strong TV vibes.
This closet is the most precious thing in my life.
And just for that final bit of impressiveness, we're gonna do a chair I haven't done since I built my palace. Basically, it's where you get 4 Victorian chairs and you push them all like into a corner. It makes a gorgeous flower. And there we go, you have a gorgeous Buckingham Palace style chair. Now, as I say, the rest of the bedrooms are pretty much gonna be a copy and paste job. And with that, guys, the wedding venue is complete. Let's go look around and then we'll invite you all in. Because no offense, it gets crazy when you guys come. Okay, chickens, here we are outside the manor. And like, what a beauty I look like just stood here right now. I am stunning. If you're wondering, this plot ended up totaling at $1.1 million. Now, let me bring to your attention, there is no BLOXBURG items on this plot. This is all organic green money. But from above, this is majestic. This is actually the definition of a 360 build. Like, you can fully spin around the large plot. But other than that, this venue just slayed. Oh, I just realized we forgot the lounge in there. Oh my gosh. Well, to be fair, we couldn't even afford it anyway. And I suppose we should probably open the neighborhood sooner rather than later. But anyway, let's actually start exploring. So we'll close these gates. And this is obviously the front lawn. This is where the ceremony is going to be happening. Here comes the bride, all dressed in a bin bag.
Mascara is running down her face.
No shade to the designer, but I look like I'm literally walking in a bin bag. Anyway, this is where I'd sit with my one true love before we get officially married. And of course, the officiant person would speak here like, yes, guys. Now, I cannot lie. This front garden is honestly one of the most stunning parts of the entire build today. Obviously, we haven't actually gone inside the manor yet, but if we open the doors up, isn't it like heaven? And oh my gosh, you guys joined so quickly. What the hell? And oh my gosh, look, all my guests are here. I suppose we should open up the front gate. So as we head into the manor, of course, these rooms are off guard. We're going to lock that. But this over here, look at this little dining hall where we can play some Clair de Lune. So I'm going to go on the piano and I'm going to play the best song in the world. Oh, yes. Stunning. I love your video. Amazing. Yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Then as we head upstairs, this is the master bedroom. This is where I'm going to be because it's my wedding day. So I'd be sleeping here the night before. And in here is, of course, my closet. So this is where I'd be getting my wedding dress, and maybe I'm a diva bride. Maybe I'll just be waving at people through this window. In here are the guest rooms. I tried to make them all different. For example, this one's got a yellow theme to it. The one just next door has this green theme, and the views all around this are stunning. They're literally unlike anything I've done before. Let's get up to floor 3, everyone. Come on, come on. Now, up on floor 3, do you think I was lazy? No. I did more and more guest rooms, guys. To be fair, they do get a little bit simpler up here, like a little bit more orange. And as for this balcony, I mean, what a picture this is. Now, I've invited everybody to come and see the lake. This is where we might be taking a nice romantic
Boat ride over the lake.
or swim. I feel like one of those like hippie brides would so make all of her guests jump in the river. Now, if we actually go out the back door of the manor, this takes us directly into the hedge gardens, which are beautiful. The back of the manor house looks absolutely gorgeous. Is that Slender Man? What the hell? And I added a horse racing course. And look at me run with this dress. I look so funny. But here are the hobby horses, guys. It's time. It's time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's going to win the race? Who's going to win the race? Oh my gosh, look. They all fall if you hit them. That is so cool. And there we go. Woo, 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 woo. So there we have it, guys. That was me building this wedding venue in BLOXBURG. Subscribe if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.